what's going on, guys? This is HDX here. You know, I love video games. I love modern day gaming, and hell, I love retro gaming. And I remember back in the day playing games in one of the most iconic and one of the most greatest video game consoles of all time. Yes, that's right, the 16-bit Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Also known as the Super SNES, the SNES, or SNES. In Japan, it's called the Super Famicom, and it was released in November the 21st, 1990. Here's the picture again that I showed earlier, and this is the US model, and it was released in August the 23rd, 1991. And this is the PAL model, which was released in Europe a year later. The design looks a little bit similar to the Japanese Super Famicom, with a similar model design and with colored buttons. This 16-bit console from Nintendo is the successor to the iconic 8-bit console, the Nintendo Entertainment System, or NES for short. Oh, and by the way, the original name for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System was the Nintendo Entertainment System 2. And what you see here is the concepts for the Nintendo Entertainment System 2. And some of them look good in my opinion, but none of them would have worked. And in retrospect, the Nintendo Entertainment System 2 is a nice name in theory, but it wouldn't work. But that's just my opinion. But nevertheless, I digress. The Super Nintendo Entertainment System was a response to the Sega Genesis, another awesome and iconic 16-bit console that I loved back in the day, which I also love, by the way. But now I wanted to focus on the SNES. And let me tell you, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, I mean, it is awesome. And there were so many awesome titles that I played for hours and hours and hours back in the day, and still to this day. Like Super Mario World, an all-time favorite classic. Also, The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. I mean, one of the greatest SNES titles of all time from the Legend of Zelda franchise. Oh, one of my favorite racing games in the SNES. A SNES original from Nintendo, F-Zero. Also, we got this funny and quirky and cute RPG called Earthbound, originally Mother from Japan. And we got some really good hidden gems that transition from 8-bit to 16-bit, like Gradius 3 for an example. It's a good gem. And Contra 3, the Alien Wars. Oh, it's so cool and so badass. I love it. Oh, and let's not forget the all-time classic from the video game company Rareware, Donkey Kong Country. And also Killer Instinct, one of my favorite fighting games on the SNES. And it's also created by Rareware. And one of the greatest JRPG titles in the SNES, Final Fantasy III, aka Final Fantasy VI, which was titled in Japan. The real 3, 4, and 5 of the Final Fantasy franchise didn't come out in North America. And Chrono Trigger, one of the greatest hidden gems of the SNES library, also created by Squaresoft. I also love the Mega Man X games, X1, X2, and X3, Mega Man X. And the in-game music in the Mega Man X games, I mean, they kick ass. And also, when it comes to SNES titles, and literally the title of the SNES games, which are really cool, is that they always add in Super when they let you know that we are made it to the Super. And they'll let you know they go from 8-bit to 16-bit. I mean, almost every title there is Super. Like Super Mario Kart, Super Metroid, Super Castlevania 4, which is one of my favorite titles, Super Punch-Out, which is the sequel to Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, Super Street Fighter 2, Super Star Wars, which is one of my favorite titles, I love Star Wars, and Super Double Dragon, and it goes on and on and on. Super this, Super that, and it's so cool. Super NES Max, Super NES Advantage, Super Drover, but you get the idea. And I'll tell you something, I love the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. It's one of my favorite video game consoles of all time. I've been playing this since my childhood, and I would love to have it back in my life. I had so many fun memories playing the SNES with my family and friends, and playing so many great classics. Also played some good hidden gems here and there. And played a fair share of shitty games, not gonna lie. It was just terrible and I regret playing with them. But nevertheless, I loved playing the SNES. And hey, hell, I could play SNES games again thanks to emulators. Awesome. Gotta love internet and technology nowadays. Alright, I'm gonna wrap this video up by saying give this video a thumbs up, comment down, and definitely subscribe. This is HDX signing out. Have a good one.